to the Unsleeping City. My name is Bradley Mulligan. These are our intrepid heroes. Say hi, intrepid heroes.
Hi, intrepid heroes.
You gotta make the impression of 20s on your thumbs, otherwise the luck doesn't happen.
That's the dream.
I do it on my pointer fingers.
Because you roll like that.
Gang, last we left off.
Come on.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Where'd it go?
Ill omens. Last we left off, our intrepid heroes had just slain Titania, the queen of the Sealy Faeries, on stage at the premiere of Midsummer Nights, starring Misty Moore.
Who's she? I don't know who that is.
Misty, who the hell is Misty Moore? Misty retreated to her dressing room where she is enveloped in a cocoon of light. And the rest of our gang we left on stage after their holidays and various adventures in Nod and beyond. You all are on stage. The audience is being let out. You see the critic from the New York Times going, "A smashing success. Perry, you were a vision." You see Perry Lefebvre going, "Oh, I'm so glad you liked it." You see that M, the angel of Bethesda Fountain, turns over to you and says, "Wow, I can't believe it. Does this always happen at Broadway shows? I don't make it out a lot because I live on a fountain."
Yeah, I think so.
I assume so. This is my first one, too.
I've only been to a couple.
Absolutely not. No, this something
I
else
have
is
to
going
agree
on.
with Pete. No.
All right.
Well, I agree with Cug, so, you know.
Yeah, two and two. So
I would have
Well,
to say
listen.
that I think this happens a lot.
Okay,
it's
well,
3 and 2.
Ricky, put your pants back on. God damn.
Well, listen,
Or
you know, I
don't.
got a lot of free time because the fountain's still broken. So if anyone wants to come to Washington Square Park and get coffee, you know, talk to me.
Yeah, that sounds great.
I hate to do this. And you see that Esther's over in the corner cleaning some like blood off of her magical silver bat. She's like, "I heard you saying that you're gonna go out for coffee with Esther. I don't want to like be a third wheel, but if I like came by and got coffee,
Oh my God, no, you should totally come.
I would love that. That would be so
Yeah.
fun. You see that she.
Oh my God, we should start our own like first wives club.
I would love that. Because I don't ever get a chance to, like, it's kind of been fun, a little adventure around the city. I've been off the fountain for a while. When they fix the fountain, I'm gonna have to be, like, kind of stuck there again. So
Yeah.
if we, like, do something there,
Oh yeah,
that's
so
fine.
just
I'm
come out
happy,
while you're out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to host when I'm back at the fountain. So
Okay.
just, like...
Awesome. I love that.
She does a little mwah, mwah, kiss and takes off flying. You see that Esther and Wally both walk over. You see that Stephen Sondheim at the edge of the stage turns to you all and says, "Incredible work. You're all heroes. Heroes of New York." Vanishes.
What?
Oh my God, I didn't even get to do my Little Red Riding Hood for him.
You see Esther gets Don confetti. She looks at you guys and says, "I'm gonna head back to the Clinton Hill Chantry. I'll see you all there. I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna put him in a magic circle, basically." She vanishes.
Awesome. Bye.
Wally goes, "Wow, Dad, this was the best show ever. I didn't know it's like an open mic where you could jump up and do stuff."
Yeah. Wally, you gotta be careful. We both got knocked out there for a second, huh?
What?
We almost died.
When?
All right, bud. I just pat him on the... Good show, man.
It was great. Where's Ricky's dog?
He'll be back. He's gone right now.
He died. Someone
did-
killed him
he did it.
immediately.
Pete,
But it's okay when he dies. I learned that the hard way
He's made
because
of
I
light.
tried
He's
so
an
hard to
adult.
defend him, and then
Yeah.
he just disappeared, and no one really cared.
Oh, okay. He went to a farm upstate.
A farm made of light. Yes. You'll see him soon.
this technically isn't a lie.
This
Yes.
is really sad.
Okay. Well, I better go back to the apartment.
How old are you, Wally?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 38 years old.
Okay,
38?
great. This is, I mean, okay, great.
Yeah, I'm 38. I work for the MTA.
Cool. That's cool, man.
Pete, tell me how to deal with this. Just
Yeah.
what is the right way to navigate this?
I think it's just honesty, right, guys?
I better go take care of Dad. Bye, guys.
It's his other dog.
What?
It's his dog. I gave him a
What?
dog. He named his dog Dad after me.
All right. Actually, maybe you were handling it
Yeah,
right.
that's
You were
what-
probably
yeah,
handling
yeah,
it right.
yeah.
All right, I'm sorry.
You guys are, so it's just basically the five of you minus Misty that are left on stage right now. See Alyssa kind of concussed, wanders off to go to Misty's dressing room.
What do you guys think's going on with Misty here? Because that was
She's
weird.
Definitely got some explaining to do.
Yeah, she was saying there's a lot that she hasn't told us, but that it was really important that the show went well. So I think
Well,
everything
I
was
do
fine.
think that we helped the show go well.
Well, and everything is not fine. People got very hurt.
Should we go bang on her door?
Yes, we should.
We could politely knock first.
No,
I think we can
I'm
bang.
with this. Let's
have a vote on
let's have a
politely knocking
Kugrash
first.
You
approach.
can bang. I'm gonna politely
You
knock.
can check the
while
knob first,
while
and then you can bang on it, I think.
I'm gonna politely.
Great, so we're gonna have a
knock.
3-step process.
Gotcha. You guys walk up and see Alyssa already politely knocking on the door. Alyssa cannot see it, but you see that just light, pure golden light is like.
I rush up and get Alyssa to stand back. Sorry, clear the way. I'm a firefighter.
Oh, is there an emergency? Do you need water, coffee, or?
We're good. I just need you to stand clear, and I check the knob.
The knob is a little bit warm, but not dangerously so.
Great. So can we bang now? We've done the other first 2 steps.
Looks like we can bang.
Let's kick it down if we're gonna do anything.
What?
What
You
is
three
this?
What the fuck?
Red, you
So
guys.
Jersey.
You guys, go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Yeah, that feels right.
From politely knocking to kicking down.
Yeah.
I got a 12.
Bang! You kick the door open. Boom! As you turn around, you see Misty is hovering about 3 feet off the ground. Light is oozing all around her. She has stripped herself of her skin and is just down to this like platonic primal form. What is Misty? All the glamour stripped away as her like raw fairy form look like?
Just sort of an uncanny valley version of a human. Just everything is a little too big, a little too spiky.
Huge eyes,
Like-
long spiky ears.
Yeah, like places that should be thin or too thin. Like everything's just like a little off.
She's like
too
an anime
much.
character.
Yeah.
Oh
like
my
a video
God,
game.
she's beautiful.
Misty, you're like deep in this extremely vulnerable process, and your door to your dressing room is kicked open.
Excuse me.
Let's close the door. Ricky, can you pick this back
the
up?
door up.
Can I stay and watch? I know you like an audience.
As you guys kick the door open, you see that your magic. Hold on 1 second.
Oh
And 100% of you are sucked into the room in a swirl of light.
What?
And you guys, and you appear, Pete, you immediately are able to protect everyone because you guys are zapped into Nod. As you appear in the 6th borough, you are very close to where Broadway is. You guys are near the old FAO Schwartz building that was shut down. But you see here in Dream, this giant toy store is there. Misty, you feel all of the joy and passion and love and adoration that you've harvested is now filling your body. You're in a volcanic state, but you are somewhat settling. So you're kind of like making your new body, but you're in Dream, so it's a little bit chimeric still. And you appear with all of your friends as you look around and see little like sprites and nixies and grigs and pukas and brownies and little fair folk all in the dream realm, kind of rushing over to FAO Schwartz and like doffing their caps and waving and bowing as they walk by you. All of you are here in Nod together.
Do you want some privacy?
What's going on, Misty?
I mean, look, I didn't think that. First, hi, guys. This was supposed to be a private little thing that was happening to me anyway, and
In our defense,
it
we
wasn't
did
really
help
anything.
save your life.
yeah, look,
Is this like that movie Cocoon?
Or the fly.
Is
No,
this
it's-
like that show Wife Swap? But you're both wives.
that is the no. I just this is what I do every 70, 80 years. I come back. Although this time, like, I just have never had to deal with the DMV before.
You
this has
sound
never been-
younger.
Yeah, I just every 70, 80 years, I just reincarnate my body into a younger form, and then I start over.
But you sound younger, like a
Yeah,
young
because I'm in a young person's body.
As you say that, you see that your body does start to, it gets a little bit taller, though you're still quite short. your skin begins to coalesce. It's young and vibrant. All of your skin like begins to like move up into your body. Your cheekbones raise up, like your eyelids and lips and everything becomes a little bit plumper and more moist, and just natural, vibrant color begins to flow into your skin in the dream realm, but your like hair and eyes are like shifting colors here, and you begin to feel all that like tiredness and liver spots and the shifting of the hips and everything like that. Your body feels like good again.
I'd forgotten what that felt like to not have that ache.
Sorry, you're still Misty?
Yeah, I've been Misty this whole time. But before I was Misty, I was other people. And then before that, I was living in Faeries.
Wait, so is this like Misty Moore, my favorite Broadway singer and star, just died?
To the outside world, yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow. You're gonna fake your own death?
Oh my God.
Hey gang, this episode of the Unsleeping City Chapter 1 is brought to you by our friends at Roll20. This is a service that we endorse so hard that we actually use it in our games. It's not even, like we straight up use this stuff. Roll20 provides the tools you need to game in person or online for all your favorite TTRPGs. We're talking clickable character sheets, 3D virtual dice, awesome maps, tokens for PCs, NPCs, characters, and creatures of all types. It's the stuff you need to play the games you love. You want to know how cool Roll20 is? We partnered with them to make all of our amazing battle maps for this current season of the Unsleeping City Chapter 2, currently airing every week on dropout.tv. Go to roll20.net and create your free account today for all the tools, tips, tricks, forums, and community you need to make your games better, easier, and more fun. And now, back to the show.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, the body that I was living in, I mean, it is kind of like a rebirth, so it's not a faked death exactly.
You guys look back through this sort of pulsing, this little like after pulse of the teleportation that brought you here, and you see, you guys are all gone, but you see that Alyssa peeks her head around the partially open door and sees Misty's body on the floor and goes, "Miss Moore!" And like screams and goes over and she says, "Oh my God," and starts doing CPR, but you see that Misty's skin is flaking off into just like leaves and birch bark. And she goes, "Oh, this is so bad. This is so bad."
I mean, Alyssa was really dumb, but I feel bad for her right now.
Yeah.
This is
No, she was bad at her job, and now she's finally doing something right. I don't see what the
Oh.
All of you guys are taking this very poorly.
No,
this
you're
is
right,
cool.
you're right.
I just did a very cool thing.
This is not
You're right.
cool.
It's only because I loved U.S. Misty more, but you know what? Now I'm gonna know you before you were
Exactly.
whatever you were. So that's very cool.
You brought someone from the Fae into
I-
a populated
No.
Broadway show.
That was not me. Somebody else put that mirror on the stage.
Well, did you know? Did you? But what? To what extent? Why couldn't we get anyone out? Like this thing happened. Did you think it might happen? Did you know
No.
that Tatiana was after you? I mean, when we were in the Fae, when we were in that bar in the Fae.
Yes. So Robin Goodfellow did send me the mirror that Tanya and I may have had a few words.
What haven't you told us? It feels like it could fill a book.
I really no. I mean, look, should I have written my autobiography? Perhaps.
Oh my God, I'm
People
gonna
were-
kill you. I hate how attractive you are now.
It's only gonna get worse now. She's
I'm
young.
like, as I'm telling everybody this, I'm just gently touching
Don't
everybody on
fucking
it.
don't
You
Stop.
can't.
touch
Please
my
don't
heart
touch
like
me.
that.
We should all come clean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have something.
Yeah, come
I
Is it that you have?
fucking
Is it that you have
doubt
a
it.
crush on
On Esther?
Esther?
I should tell you guys that. And
No, we know.
Yeah. No.
We
that's
know.
cool.
I
No?
appreciate
Esther
You know
knows.
what? I'm probably gonna become really good friends with Esther, so I can try and put in a good word for you.
if it comes naturally.
Oh, it will come naturally.
If it's, don't force it or whatever. Anyways, I just wanted to be honest.
You begin to hear the chiming of the big floor piano over at FAO Schwartz and the ringing of bells. You can feel a little tug on your Fey heartstrings of some kind of conclave or something being called over there. And you see creepily floating through the mist, their black eyes wide open, is Nod, who floats through the mist and goes, Hey, Pete.
Hey!
The conclave.
What's going on at FAO Schwartz?
Oh, the conclave. It's it's a Fae conclave being called because one of the monarchs of Fae has been killed, and you see that Nod looks down at the crown in your hand and says, I'm afraid only Fae and the friends of Fae are welcome to come, but that might be all of you guys.
I don't know. I mean, you seemed pretty mean to... I'm just kidding. You can all go.
God, I hate you. I hate you.
Incredible.
Ooh, this new body loves bits. This is fun. It's like finding out new things.
An exuberant Misty, for the moment, walks by. You see the beautiful courtyard. You look out and see a whole row of wintry trees, ash and birch and rowan out in Central Park. You walk to FAO Schwartz. You walk in. Huge toys everywhere and jangling things. You see that the Faeries have kind of set themselves up into little minor courts here and there. There's a couple of very bashful-looking members of the Pixie Mafia who are looking around kind of scared, not having heard from their Don and knowing that something's gone very bad.
I just point threateningly at one. But just keep walking.
Hey, it's no problem. Hey, I don't got no beef with you. I got no beef with you. Go ahead. Come on. Hey, you're a rat. We're pixies. We're family.
I just start kind of pushing Kugrash for like, come on.
Yeah.
It's just like
He's not worth it,
creepy
dog.
little rat point.
It's okay. It's all right. We're okay.
Waving at people, like, I know so many people here. It's been such a long time. It's like, oh my God, how's your cousin? Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Everyone's being, it's of course like your big day, so everyone's being very deferential.
Wait, so she's young and she's gonna become a queen now? Like, Misty just rules.
You see that, that's what you get for a whole fight of me forcing you to make death saving throws and you rolling a nat 20. You guys see that there are also a little patch of kind of gross little like sewer goblins, but then there are also like neon, you see those like neon butterfly winged fairies flitting around and spreading sort of neon light everywhere. You see standing by this like giant teddy bear kind of leaning against it, smoking a little thing of like purple smoke out of a cigarette in his long camel hair coat is Bobby Goodfella.
Bobby, darling.
You look great. What should I call you?
look
Or
great.
do you want a second to figure it out?
No, I've been thinking about it. I was thinking Rowan.
Ooh.
Oh, that's such a hot name. Oh, fuck, I hate you now. Can I cast Minor Illusion to make you look like you used to?
I cast Counter Spell on your
Oh, fuck you.
I'm burning a
Fuck
third
you.
level spell to get rid of your cantrip.
You see that Bobby says, you look fucking good, baby.
Darling, you look good.
Hey, so we should get drinks after if
I
you
would
want.
love that.
I'd be happy to. I mean, I'm here for business right now. I'm sort of envoy of the Unseelie, but we'll talk later.
I mean, business and pleasure, that's what we do.
Hey, business is
The
pleasure
business
for us.
of pleasure.
I'm gonna barf. Can I peel off? I want to check out something else.
Sure, you can peel off. You see also that
I
all
come?
by them,
Yeah.
all by themselves is Nod, who is seated on a little cushion by themselves, sort of as their own court, but kind of looks up at you and waves. You also see the last little court that appears is a little Jack in the Box opens up and a bunch of little wind-up toys and chattering teeth have come out, and a bunch of the clock gnomes come out and all gather. And you see Bilberry goes, "Oh, hey there, friend. How's it going?"
How's that oil, Bilberry?
Oh, it's much better now. You see that High Priestess Hib Hob comes out. She's got a huge like priestess hat, but it's just a bunch of clockwork and gears all kind of stacked on, and one of those like little water dipping birds is on it. She goes, yes, drink a lot more oil. Kingston, you're right. I do feel a lot better.
I'm glad.
I wonder if they have your motorcycle.
How's the motorcycle?
Or mine.
You see that Bilberry looks over and says, "Well, I was thinking about an initial design of, here we go over here." And he says, "So, most motorcycles have wheels, right? But I was thinking, why not mix it up a bit? It's a pogo stick motorcycle. So it's a pogo stick on the front and a pogo stick on the back."
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I like that. Can I have a special request for mine?
I'm
So
gonna
mine,
die.
instead of wheels, have like arms, so it looks like it's like a person crawling.
Now, is that arms on the
Right.
front and arms on the back, like a four-armed, no-legged monster nightmare?
Yeah.
Yes, I will get to work on that right away.
I just made this new friend, and I feel like it'd be a really good impression to like show up to her place for the first time on a arm cycle.
100%. It's more of a quad reel. It's like an ATV,
Yeah.
but instead of wheels, it's arms.
Nightmare. Imagine reversing. It's like.
Sounds like a Miyazaki.
You guys see that, Pete, did you want to peel off and go do something else? Or are you...
There is something I want to check out. If this is, can I do an insight check to see if this is just like a crowning ceremony?
Sure, yeah.
8. No, 11.
11. You don't think it's necessarily a crowning ceremony. It's probably that in addition to some other stuff.
Oh, okay, cool. I think I want to talk with everyone. I want to go and check out, I might have some new spells, so I want to check out that weird thing at Hell, like the Hellmouth that you guys found.
I would think that's fine. I want to go meet up with Esther at some point to interrogate Don Confetti, but I'm thinking that won't happen anytime soon.
Yeah, maybe we can do both.
Stick around.
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
Cool. So who's going to go peel off with Pete and who's going to stay with Rowan?
I'll peel off with Pete.
Okay,
Cool. Sophia and
I'll
Pete
chill.
peel off. The rest of you guys remain here.
I'll be the muscle.
You see that Nod stands. You guys head off. Nod stands and says, the conclave is now called to order. As a neutral party and monarch of the realm of dreams, I invite our fairy guests here to witness the rebirth of Miss Rowan
Barry?
Barry and the creation of a new Fae realm. You see that Nod looks to you and says, as you have defeated the Lady Titania with the assistance of your heroic mortal friends, I would offer to you that your new position is yours to make. These courts have assembled and ask on behalf of what they represent for the right to petition you and give counsel before your decision is made.
Sure, speak out.
You see that a tiny little neon fairy with little buzzing wings says,
I am Aquamarine, and as a representative of the Sealy Court, I bow to you as the one who has defeated the former Queen of the Sealy.
Just to be clear to everybody here, she attacked me. This is not me attacking her. I didn't want to kill her, but she was very actively trying to kill me and all of my friends.
Straight up, no hard feelings, because I will be very honest, and I don't like, and I'm not.
Oh, no, we don't mean to speak ill of the dead,
No.
but also, we're among friends.
And I feel really hard. It feels
Yeah?
really hard to say this because obviously, as someone, I respect Titania so much, and all
I
that she's
respected the shit out of
and all she's
Titania.
accomplished. And this is a thing that gets said about a lot of powerful female spirits and forces of nature.
Shrill. She was very
She was very hard to work with.
Yeah.
She was very hard to work with.
Hard to work with. Just like my way or the highway.
Yeah, and there's just no room for kind of talking about things and
Right.
other ideas. Because, my whole thing is, anyone in the room could have the idea.
Right?
Exactly.
Delegation is so important in leadership, I feel like. And, she made so much more work for herself by
Wow.
being I only have this one idea.
It's so amazing that you're this beautiful and so down to earth.
Stop.
You see that Bobby Goodfella goes, all right, I got to, my name's Bobby Goodfella. As a representative of the Unseelie Court, I come from Lord Oberon with his...
Is he bad?
I mean, I've heard things about...
Because it's not like he didn't cheat.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It's not like a marriage that was good or... Again, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
They opened it up hundreds of years ago.
Right.
then
But was she happy about that?
I don't know. I think it was one of those things where it was kind of like we either open it up or we end it.
Right.
So it's that's not fair, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'm never getting married. In any
Right.
case,
Hey, Kugrash, what do they mean by open it up?
I explained it for a long time. And Wally.
You get
I just,
like deep into
you know what?
compersion.
I might as well explain it to both of you, and I take Wally and Ricky aside.
Wally's.
Wally's here? I don't know. Is he?
No, Wally is not here.
Okay. Just Ricky then.
You see that Bobby Goodfellow says, we would ask that because the Unseelie depend upon the Seelie to both define and oppose ourselves, we would ask that you return the crown to us, and in exchange, we will acknowledge and recognize the sovereignty of New York as your own realm, and Lord Oberon would be willing to grant you 3 boons.
I'm sorry. Let me get this right. You want me, a person who doesn't believe in the monarchy, but is still of the Seelie, to give the crown over to the Unseelie court, and then I just get 3 favors?
I mean, they're full boons, so, you know.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But I, again, am an immortal being. 3 for a lifetime doesn't seem like...
You see that Bobby
many.
says, I personally question whether you are fully Seelie or not.
Well, I question whether you are fully Unseelie.
You see that the Seelie fairy speaks up again, Aquamarine, and goes,
I just again want to say that so our offer would be that you keep the crown and just refound the Seelie court here in New York as its queen and sole monarch.
you see that Bobby goes, let's make it clear. Rowan Barry is a vampiric entity. She feeds off of the hope and joy and passion of the worship and adoration of mortals. She's unseelie, if anything.
Oh, please. I give people hope. I give people courage. I lift people's hearts when they live in darkness. That is the most silly thing for somebody to do.
You see that Nod stands up at this moment where you say this, and Nod looks at you and goes, "You're right. Miss Barry, I'm not Fae, but I would like to show you something if I can." Mm-hmm. And you see that Nod says, or Nod goes, and magic courses from their hands. And they say, to rebut the words of the Honorable Bobby Goodfellow, I dispute the claim that Rowan Barry or any of her former incarnations were parasites or vampires. And Rowan, you see visions from all over the world of young kids in their bedrooms singing into the mirror with your poster up.
I do it for them. I do it all for them.
You see like girls in the back of a minivan on the way to a summer camp, like asking their mom to put the CD of like the original cast recording on. I don't know if Rowan or Misty actually believed that line, but you see incontrovertible proof that you have not taken more than you've given. And you look out and you see that Nod speaks and says, it is true that, like many entities, Miss Barry has sustained herself on worship, but it is a cynical and small soul that believes that worship diminishes the soul of the worshiper. All of the people who have loved Misty Moore and who will love Rowan Barry have had their hearts enlarged and their lives enriched through the act of their devotion. It does not diminish a soul to give worship or adoration. And everything that has sustained Miss Barry has been given back tenfold to sustain those who found their strength through her.
I stand up and give a slap. Nobody else? No, just me? All right.
Nod looks over and says, I believe the clock gnomes have a rather intriguing offer as a third option.
Wonderful.
You see that the high priestess hip hop says, oh, well, if you wanted, we would be happy to take the crown. And if you wanted a Fae realm of your own, to shape it into something more to your liking, if you wished.
Why are we talking about what I want? is America. This is the land of hope and dreams of democracy. And we're coming here and saying that I get to create a court and I'm leading this court and it's, no, absolutely not. The will of the people must stand.
All the fairies look around, there's a big hubbub. You see that there's one weird, like, pile of leaves just literally going hubbub, 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 hubbub. You see that Nod stands up, wraps their fist on this little table next to them, and says, then let there be a vote. And a bunch of little wisps of paper and a little sort of ballot box in the middle open up. You see that there are sort of three options on it. One is to return the crown to the Unseelie. The other is to wear the crown and become monarch of the Seelie here. And the third is to found a Fae court sort of with the blessing of Nod and have the crown reshaped by the clock gnomes into something else. You see that Nod distributes ballots to Kugrash, Kingston, and Ricky.
I have a question about this. Hi, I'm Ricky. I'm not sure what any of this is. When you say reshaping it into something else, what does that mean?
Like a gun, or a watch, or a bicycle, or really sort of anything you want.
But could it be a democracy, or does it have to be a...
You see that Bobby Goodfellow speaks up and says, the rules of, it says, the Unseelie and the Seelie have been monarchies forever because that is the nature of how they were created. If you were to found something new and to found it as a democracy, that's the business of this new realm, whatever it would be.
Okay, thank you.
I don't want to go too fast for you. Does that all make sense? That makes sense?
I think so. Bobby?
Bobby, yeah.
Ricky, sir.
Ricky, how's
Also,
it going?
I just want to say, like, whatever happens, I just want to still be an actor. I mean, I love the stage. I don't want to, whatever situation that we find ourselves in, I don't know if I want to do that forever. I mean, maybe I could pull a Glenda Jackson and be in politics for 20 years and then leave and go back and do Lear.
You see that Aquamarine says,
Well, if you were queen of the Seelie, we would kind of need
Right.
you to be queen.
and you see that Nod says, I don't have any input on what the shape of the Fae realm in New York would look like after your decision.
Install Wally. I'm so glad you're not really here right now. The void that in my inner Sophia is whispering all of the worst advice in my ear.
Queen of the Fae.
Cool. You see that the fairies start putting their votes in the ballot box.
It seems to me that the suggestion to build a Fae world of our own, it worries me that I'm the only arbiter, but that could also be a democratic process.
You see that Nod affirms that, and they say, being the founder of something is a manifestation of the powerful magic you've created. But being the founder is not the same as being a leader. You could create something and step away from it if that was your heart's desire.
Wally World.
It's a real place in Holland.
Let's just make sure we don't split the vote. I feel like right now the third-party candidate is making you the Queen of New York, and we don't want this crown to go to the Unseelie. So maybe we should all get on the same page here.
Go ahead and let me know how you guys vote.
I've generally found the relationship to the Fae, as it has been, to be beneficial for New York. So I will vote in favor of giving the crown to the Seelie.
Cool.
So that's
You mean to the
option two?
Unseelie?
No, to the Seelie.
That would,
so
so
make
their
her-
option is that you would become queen and rule the Seelie here. So that's option 2.
And would you have to live in their realm?
Yeah, pretty much.
You still vote for the... Kugrash votes to give it to the gnomes.
Same with Ricky.
Ricky votes for the gnomes. You vote for the gnomes. How does Misty vote?
I mean, I'm gonna go gnomes.
You see, the battle is created. You see that Bobby Goodfellow says, "Hey, it was worth a shot. I'm staying at the plaza, so
Yeah, no fuss, no worry.
no worries." You see Bobby.
I respect your hustle, Bobby.
Hey, you know, I gotta make moves while I can. I'm not in the mood for that long. You see, he goes over. You see that Aquamarine flies over to you. It gives a little kiss on your ringed hand, sort of crying.
Well, I don't.
The ballot comes out, and the clock gnome starts celebrating as the clock gnome option wins. You see that Aquamarine kind of cries a little bit and wipes some tears away. You see that she looks up at you and says,
I understand why you made the choice you did.
Aquamarine, I would love for you to come and be a voice in the formation of this new fairy. I think it's really important to have all of the voices represented, not just the voices of change, but the voices of stability.
You see that Aquamarine's eyes light up, and she says,
I will serve you. May I ask a favor of you in exchange for my service, for as long as there shall be time?
Oh, a fairy asking a favor. Sure, just this once, go ahead.
you see she says,
I will gladly serve you. The favor I ask, if you have taken the Lady Titania's crown, as is your right, if her shoes could be returned so that they might choose a new leader for us in a leader's absence.
I'm so sorry. You are asking to create a second monarchy within fairy. I think that we did not vote for that.
Can I do a perception check?
"Yeah, do a perception."
Okay, not 20.
All right.
You see
Another
that,
day, another time.
You see that there doesn't appear to be anything foul or wicked happening right here. You see that Aquamarine says, "You're right. We didn't vote on it, but
Are you worried about what will happen to the Sealy place?
Without a monarch, there's nothing to protect us from the Unseelie. And I know it's sneaky, but you did give me a favor.
But we didn't agree that we would. Fucking fairies.
You begin to feel the magic of fairy closing in on you.
God, these fucking people. Here is what I will agree on. Fuck. Give the shoes to Wally. God damn.
You're not here.
Why is the only thing
We're
that I
at a
can
coffee
think
shop.
of the bad ideas that Sophia would have?
She still leaves.
Yes.
Tell you what, while I am the leader of the court, I need the shoes in New York.
If you get something to replace the shoes and don't need them anymore, then a deal's a deal. How does that sound?
On the other agreement that the leader of the court in New York is the leader of the court of Sealy, and anybody who sets themselves up as a leader of Sealy is a pretender,
Okay,
and they are committing an illegal act.
okay.
You see that she says,
I'm just not gonna see my people destroyed because both their artifacts are gone. That's all.
I get it. I get it.
And I know that I'm like small and cute, but I'm not a pushover and I'm not a dummy, so.
Look, please. Hey, look. You think I haven't been ignored because I'm small and cute?
You're small?
In comparison to these humans,
you
absolutely.
see, she shrugs and says,
Okay, so take whatever time you need, but let me know when those shoes become free.
and you see that she flits off. You see the clock gnomes come over and say,
Well, let us know what you want us to shape the crown into, and we'll be happy to do it.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll have a little thought. How about, ooh.
No rush. Take your time.
I just don't want it to get passé, you know? Like,
I
you want something that has some lasting oomph to it.
I understand.
You know, like what if you get a snap band and then snap bands aren't cool anymore? You know what I'm saying?
Snap bands will always be cool.
do
You know,
it.
you're
Do a
right.
snap
Snap bands
band.
are always they will always be cool.
You guys walk from this place as the conclave ends. You bestow with this new power.
Can I have a look at this crown? I don't know what it does except for.
It doesn't appear to have. It doesn't have like a trigger on it to shoot spells out of it. It is sort of, it does kind of just have the power of that station of being like a lord or lady of fairy. We're gonna cut over to Sophia and Pete. You guys are dipping out into Nod. What do you guys? Where do you guys do as you go out into Nod?
I mean, I'm in general just kind of like acting aggressive. Because I'm your escort.
Oh, because you said you'd be my muscle.
Yeah.
Look, Sophia, I've been working out a lot. Okay, I even worked out with
know.
Ricky once,
You
and it
look
was a
awesome.
nightmare.
I
Thank
honestly
you.
want to join you guys. It sounds
You should
super
definitely
fun.
come.
Because I used to do Zumba, and then my favorite teacher left because she had
It
a
makes
kid.
all the difference. Who's
Yeah.
the teacher?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to check out where that growth is that Kugrash told us about.
You see it spreading throughout the city, but you can follow it to kind of the heart of the infection. And yeah, you see it spreads from the golden door hanging over the city, that sort of rectangular golden light.
Cool.
And you see that this weird sort of suspended in plasma and blood, like crumpled and strung out dollars and cents, like sludge of money kind of moving throughout the dream realm. But you arrive at kind of the heart of the infection in like near the middle of Manhattan.
Cool. Can I do an insight?
Yeah, go for it.
Great. That is a 22.
Awesome. What is Pete trying to glean? You definitely see it in its fullness. You're like using your Vox Phantasma authority to like look through the dream realm and see all the places that it's going.
I want to see who put it there and what purpose it's serving.
With a 22, you can see that people put it there. It does not appear that some single malevolent force created this, but rather some malevolent forces have taken advantage of this being here and propagated it. In other words, it is this weird psychic growth on top of this dream of the golden door. But you do, so there, in other words, it's not like, oh, the dream world was great and lovely, and then some evil money thing came and made there be a money infection. It's like, no, this poison has always flirted around the edges of what this dream meant. But rather than forces creating it, you can see that there are forces tapped into it that are siphoning energy and power off of it. And there's a couple throughout the city, but a bunch of the deepest, most powerful roots are way downtown.
Where Moses is.
I want to take out, I have a lip gloss that's almost done, so I just want to scoop up the very last of it, put on a layer. And then I'd like to scoop some of the sludge into my lip gloss vial.
Cool.
So that I have a little bit of it.
Yep, you get a nasty little vial of this toxic money sludge.
So this is running money to where and like from.
Yeah, exactly. It's basically this thing because you saw like before when we were talking about the rat race that you guys found in hell. Basically, what this is it's like the sort of archetypal dream here is like prosperity, happiness, thriving, a home, a this, a that, all this stuff that people want. And then this infection is like, oh, you need me to get that. And then eventually blinds and corrupts people where they're like, forget the thing they were getting money to get, right? So like.
Can I see what happens if I shoot it?
I was gonna say maybe we should eat a little bit.
What the fuck?
By the way.
Just a little bit, like a little taste to see if it has an effect.
I just know that's too scary for me, but go for it if you want. I'm gonna shoot it and maybe a slice will.
Let's shoot it first. I'll mage hand it, you shoot it, and we'll see what happens.
You go to shoot some of it with your gun, and
Jesus Christ.
uh,
Don't eat it. I have a much more sensible idea. I'm gonna shoot it.
you see, by the way, that as you go to collect some, you see that some of this stuff is coming out of you. You look at your backpack and see all the bricks and stuff that you re-upped from 7, and a strong.
This is capitalism. So it's just, I'm seeing a
any coming
physical
from me?
manifestation of capitalism.
There's a tiny little thread or tether going to your purse, but it's not anywhere. There's like a thick, nasty root coming out of the block. You got a 22 on your insight, right? Mm-hmm. You look down at it. You see that like some of the.
Okay, wait, sorry, go on.
No. You see that like it appears to be connecting to some of it like more powerfully than others. Like there's like a little bit of like. There's like some of the weed in your bag has like a very thin little trail. There's a thicker one. You see like the cocaine and the heroin have these thick, rooted things. And as you look down, you take out your gun, blam, blast one of the thick arteries, and you look down and see a wall against a warehouse somewhere, someone being pushed up against it and being shot in the back of the head. As you can see that they were like dragged out of a Jeep for trying to like escape from this cocaine harvesting operation.
Great. Okay, yeah, fully like late capitalism.
Right, yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, I found what I want. Did you want to go do something?
Pause real quick. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me real quick.
Great. What do I add to that?
I had 2.
Okay,
So
16.
16, cool. You see that this fucking brick of shit in your bag is, the thing you're seeing is not unrelated. That's like the history of this brick of cocaine is like, oh, someone made this, tried to escape, and the people.
They were forced to scrape plants, and they were,
And then ran the fuck away and was shot and killed for trying to escape. What's going on with Pete right now?
I'm bummed with my life choices. I'm confused, and I'm also really bored because I haven't been high in a really long time.
I mean, I've got, honestly, a lot of nips on me if you want
I would,
something.
but I just am like, am I bored or am I running away?
You're right. Sometimes you
know.
need to be bored to, figure out what's going on.
It's true. Thank you. Do you have like a Malibu rum though? The alcohol content
I
is
do.
so low. I would love
a
it just a
coconut
sip.
one. It's
It
pretty
tastes like
much coconut, yeah.
sunscreen.
What was the revelation Pete had a second? It looked like Pete recognized something. You went like,
Well, yeah, it sounded like some of the stuff that 7 got was infected.
yeah.
So was this a specific thing, or was it just tied to the cocaine because that's like the least ethically harvested and
It seems like
bought and sold?
It seems like that's the thing you're
Okay.
seeing, and you see it also in a lot of other. As you're just looking through Nod, you see it coming out of like some forms of like retail stores. It's attached to like fucking
Slave labor.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I
Like you see, like there's a
It's the
diamond.
ethics.
I was gonna say, I have some diamond earrings that I swear to God they're real diamond. Can I hold them up and see?
One of them has a thick, nasty root of evil. The one on there's a diamond on your ring that has a thick, nasty root of evil, and then your 2 diamond earrings have got nothing.
Oh, so I guess some diamonds are bad. And
You look and see.
Some diamonds are real.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you see 2
Your
pieces
ear
of
is
glass.
bright green.
I thought that was because the diamond was just
Diamonds don't
casting
do that.
a
No,
green,
diamonds don't do that.
green kiss of the real
The
diamond.
green kiss of a real diamond? Is that what you were just saying?
Yeah, that's the thing we say at Staten Island. Okay, let's head back.
Cool. You guys head back. As you guys are catching the L train back out of Nod, headed towards, I presume, the Clinton Hill Chantry where Esther is. What do you guys go ahead? What do you guys say when you guys meet up at the train station?
What happened?
Wild day.
Oh yeah, how did it all go?
So I think that we're gonna instigate some kind of fairy democracy. We'll see how it goes. I don't know, like, sometimes you instigate a democracy and it goes well, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, the gnomes are doing their work.
Yeah, I like the gnomes. They seem pretty stable.
Can I roll to hide how big of a crush I have on new Misty?
Yeah, absolutely.
What would that be, deception?
That'd be deception.
18.
18. Cool. Go ahead and give me an insight check. Ms. Rowan Berry.
Do I get advantage on seeing other people's deception?
No, I don't think you do.
Insight?
Insight.
21.
Pete is horned up.
What's
I take
the height
Pete's
difference? What's the
cowboy
height
hat
difference?
and I put it on.
Stop it! Give me that bag! God, you're so
Doesn't
dumb!
it suit me? Doesn't it suit? Don't you think it looks cute?
Pete, why do you think she's dumb?
I don't know, I'm just, it's weird when your friend all of a
Ricky,
sudden
put
is
some clothes
completely
on.
different. Yeah, Ricky, you were naked in that whole
let
judge.
him come around to it on his own time.
I keep forgetting, sorry.
It's, you're fine.
Oh, I forgot.
Lovely. You guys get to the Clinton Hill Chantry. You walk up.
Oh, hey, Ricky, how's it going, man? Frank.
Hey, Frank, how's it going?
Good, you can't complain. Getting pretty cold out here, a little frosty on the old neck, but it is what
I
it
said
is.
I'd bring you a sandwich, didn't I?
Hey, man, it's not a problem,
Next time I come and bring in 2 sandwiches. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, man, see, this is why I like you, man. You're such a good guy. You're real New York's bravest, man. I love it. It's great. It's funny, because the other day I was talking, they got a different...
Keep going, sorry.
Door swings open. You guys walk in, see that there's a large room in the Chantry. Esther's moved one of the tables, so that in the center of the floor, there's this runic magic circle, and Don Confetti, with his hands tied up behind his back, is just sort of, sitting kind of in the middle of this little circle. Very unimpressive looking now that he's not surrounded by his pixie mafia. He looks at all you guys as you come in. He goes, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not saying nothing without my lawyer. The door closes and he goes, I will fully cooperate with everything you want to do. I will spill all the beans. Please help me.
Darling, I'm so glad that you're being sensible about this.
All I want to do is help. I regret my life of tiny crime.
Can I just cast Zone of Truth on him?
That's a good call.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I cast Zone of Truth.
You feel him fail. You feel the spell come into effect. So Ricky, you stand up and sort of command this zone of honesty around you. What does Ricky creating a zone of honesty look like?
How big is the zone?
It's a 15-foot radius.
Are we all in it? Yeah, I try to back up a little bit.
I'm gonna need some wisdom saving throws from you guys.
Oh,
Actually.
God. Oh, I got a nat 20.
I'm all good. Yeah, 22.
Yeah, I'm good. 21.
21.
What a waste of a nat 20, though.
19.
I'm gonna say roll with disadvantage because you're rattled by Rowan over here.
14. 13.
13. Pete, you fail. You fail this thing.
Rowan, are you gonna
I
start
scratched
studying?
the back of your head.
God, stop. Are you gonna start studying acting again, or what's your schedule gonna be like?
I don't know. Isn't it so exciting?
That's so
Darn
exciting.
confetti.
I cast minor illusion so we all look like the really ultra hot DAs from Law and Order, really well fitted lawyer suits.
Oh my God, cool.
Yes, sir. So sorry.
I command you to tell the truth.
Did you get Southern all of a sudden, Rick?
To tell the truth.
You see,
He's but a humble Southern lawyer.
you see, he
Got suspenders on.
he looks at you and goes,
I don't know if you speak on behalf of the fire department or if you're legally allowed to make these demands, but I submit to your authority and I agree. What is it you want to know?
Ducky, what's going on?
Okay, here's basically what's going on. So, I was sent here a long time ago by Titania to basically oversee, some fairy business here in the city. You had run away and you were here with the shoes, and that was the thing I was maybe supposed to consider, looking after. But when I got here, very quickly, Robert Moses, he was, at that time, not a businessman. He was actually the head of a lot of civic organizations that had to do with infrastructure, and he was responsible for building all the major highways in New York.
The banality of evil. That is so goddamn boring.
Yeah, he got
Of course, the most
point.
evil guy is the guy that built the highways. So dull.
Yeah, he's real bad. But he built the highways, and pretty soon the highways made it so that Titania and people like that couldn't come here. You know what I mean? So
Potato.
So, when the cat is prevented from accessing you because of a series of highways in the shape of a hex, the mice will play. And so you'll remember how Fairy pays a tithe to hell, about 10%. of what Fairy makes has to be paid to Hell, part of an old agreement. I stopped paying my taxes to Titania when the Highway Hex was finished. And Robert Moses found out, and they did me for tax evasion. Can you believe it? Me, a mafia boss.
That's all. I get it.
So were you? So you were working with Hell because they had something on you?
I was working with Hell because, unlike Fairy, they had somebody on the ground here in New York.
Who's Bob Moses?
Who's Bob
Robert
Moses?
Isabella Infierno, who was working for Bob Moses. So that bag I gave to your brother, that was them. Bicicletas have been ferrying my tenth, my tithe, to Isabella. Unbeknownst to me, I found this out in the last day or two, she wasn't giving any of that back to Hell.
What?
She was
Where
giving,
was she bringing it to?
well, a lot of his magical stuff and ritual gear and yada, yada, yada. So
She was just spending it on herself.
on herself and
See,
on
this
Mr.
is what you
Moses.
got to do. You go in, you get the gig, you say, pay me half as a check, and then you get half of it in cash, and then you pay the taxes on
You're
the
kind
check.
of sounding like your old self again.
So it sounds like Robert Moses is trying to play both sides, and then
really,
protects,
he's just
He says,
working
He's
for
just trying to
himself.
create his own realm that he has ultimate control
right,
over.
and stop Hell and Fairy from getting in here, so that he can kind of rule everything or rule New York unopposed.
King of New York, huh?
look like it.
I don't like
So
it.
then that would put you against him, probably.
Wait.
I mean,
What
I've been
happened-
against him. Oh, I should tell you, he did come and visit me on Christmas Day.
What?
Just
Like, for
Some-
what reason?
real big boy, I'm the boss around here kind of moves. Nothing solid. He didn't say anything.
We should go
real.
visit him.
Wait,
But you are right. Robert Moses didn't try to play Fairy and Hell against each other. He successfully played Fairy and Hell against each other.
How does heaven factor into this? Is Robert Moses playing them at all?
No, none that I'm aware of.
what?
But you see, he says that was the one kind of hole in his plan, was the idea of he knew how to play these games with Hell and Fairy, but you can't sell your soul to heaven. They won't buy a soul. So basically, it's he had to find some way to square his soul with heaven that wouldn't have to do with.
The Bethesda
list.
fountain. Or the list.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, for sure.
Do you know where the list is?
All that stuff that we took went to Moses.
Oh, so you did take that?
The list we took.
And the pixies that went down for that, was that just a favor? You just threw those
They'll be
guys
well
under the
taken
bus?
care of on the inside. Sometimes members of the family got to take a fall for the organization.
What about the clock gnomes? Was that you guys too? I pull out the little baggie of pixie dust.
As you pull out the pixie stuff, you can automatically see that it sort of sprinkles off.
Right. Oh yeah, no, this looks right.
You see, he shrugs and says,
Moses wanted the big book of butts and bobbins.
The what?
Moses wanted the big book of books and bubbles.
The big book
Are you
of
making
bits
fun of
and
my
bobbins?
speech
No,
impediment?
The big
it's
book
called
of
the
bits and
it's called the
bobbins?
big book of bits and bobbins,
The
right?
big book of butts and bobbins.
Yeah, the big book of bits
The
and
big book of bits and
Big
bobs?
The big book
of bits and bobbins.
We all know about the
We all
big
know
book
what
of
it's
bits
called
and
and we know how to
bobbins.
say it.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, so he has everything now, right? He's got the list. He has the ability to make
He has
a
the key to
stone.
the city.
He has a key to the city.
The time
He's got the
stone.
time stone.
Where is he?
Your guess is as good as mine. He doesn't give me his location. We had drop-off points.
Do you know what
Esther,
he's...
you got a read on where he might be?
you see that Esther shrugs and goes, I wouldn't know where to start looking for him, but she goes, if only we still had it, but it's been missing for years.
What?
The Sardinian eagle.
The Sardinian eagle.
I like that.
The Sardinian eagle is an artifact. It's an extremely powerful artifact that it can help locate and find areas of extreme magical importance. If we think that there's a chance that Moses is going to do some kind of ritual or cast some kind of important spell, then the Sardinian eagle would be able to help us find that location.
What's it look like?
I believe the Sardinian eagle
Look like
was
a bird?
Was it up someone's?
I know where it is. Y'all ain't gonna like that. Y'all ain't gonna like where it is, but I know where
What?
it is.
You know they started an eagle. We need to get our hands on it as soon as possible.
Oh, we don't want to get anyone's hands on it.
I think we want to cover it
I'll
with
put my hands on
Grab it as soon as we can.
No,
What are you talking
nobody
about?
wants to put their hands on this.
Can I ask a question? Where's Bob Moses from? Which realm is his, like, where he's from?
To my understanding, Mr. Moses is a powerful form of undead.
Well, but he's not a vampire because I can see him.
So the undead aren't necessarily from hell. That's kind of like their own breed.
Exactly.
They're from our plane, right?
The
Oh,
undead.
perhaps they're creating an undead realm.
You might say that the undead are more committed to being from Earth than even the living are. They sure have a hard time letting go.
It's really insightful.
Look, no
I
judgment.
want to point something
No
out. I
judgment
know
on
that I
that.
got clowned pretty hard in the last fight. I've been running a very successful mafia
Is-
organization for decades.
Look,
Kudos
you
to
know
you.
Do your
judgment.
daughter a beautiful wedding.
Thank you. I actually
was
put a lot of thought,
pretty
and she's my 5th daughter to be married, and we didn't skimp on expense
No,
because every.
it was
You
really
could feel that when
beautiful.
you were there. It didn't feel like you chose
It was
favorites.
truly magical.
I am a bad man. I'm a bad man.
I know. I think you're a fucking piece
wo-
of shit.
a woman-
After this, I am going to beat you up.
I am a piece of
No.
shit, and you are welcome to beat the shit out
yeah,
of me.
I'm going to.
I can't stop you.
I got a fucking spell slot left.
I'm
Every-
like, hey,
yeah.
come on.
Every woman should feel like a
Sophia.
princess on her special day, and I believe that 100%.
That's great. Should I? Okay, so Bob Moses really wanted me to work with him. Should I pretend like I've flipped? Should I go meet
I
him?
can also get the Sardinian
Yeah, let's
eagle.
get the. I think any trying to trick like some kind of crazy primordial being is just gonna blow up in our
I mean,
face.
the amount of knowledge that he knows about us, like he probably in some way knows that you just said what you just said.
Pete, you can't even hide the fact that you got a crush on Rowan.
I fucking don't.
What? No, people
Yo.
never.
Hey, you're under the zone of truth right now.
Can I text? Can I text like somebody
I
in
do.
clerical stuff
I'm a huge
at
crush
the
on you.
hospital
Who
to
are
get,
you?
Fine,
to
you
get
know
Mole
who I am.
Master's address?
You shoot a text over to Emiko, Ricky's sister, and she
Yeah.
texts back and says, yeah, he hasn't been in a while. Why? Are you worried about something?
I just want, based on our last visit, I just want to check on.
Well,
I'll
he's
check up on him.
probably lives pretty close to the location of your hospital, right?
Yeah, well, I just want to get his
I have
address.
I have a spell.
Yeah, I have the bagel.
I can text somebody
Oh, yeah,
and get
the
an
bagel.
address real
Yeah.
quick.
You get. Yeah.
Nobody
Well,
has
we can
to.
use
Nobody
magic,
needs
you know?
to use. We don't have to use magic.
We can use
for
magic.
Why
all
wouldn't we
this.
use a
We
magic
can
bagel?
use magic all the time.
I cast
Okay.
Hellish
We can use
Rebuke on
magic.
John Confetti.
Whoa! Stuck out! Bada boom!
Oh, wait.
No.
Do you know
Okay, we don't need to beat
It
up
was just
who
a
was
bit.
it
It
that
was
took
just a
care of my friend Sophia's husband?
That was Isabella Inferno who did the deed.
Yeah.
I know.
Did she kill him?
Do you want to know? I'd like mind link with you privately. Do you
Oh,
want to know details?
I'm pretty sure I know the detail. I suppose when I saw his spirit, it was intact, and so perhaps that gives me the illusion that he had a sort of peaceful, honorable death. I guess if he was like put through a garbage disposal, I don't want to know that. I'm gonna take 5.
Cool,
I
I'll walk
walked
with
to the
you. We can go
bathroom.
get like coffee or something.
Esther, you want to grab that coffee?
Esther nods and says, that sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. It's also very late, and you've all just been through a knockdown, drag-out
Yeah.
fight. Maybe we do tomorrow. We'll grab a cup of Joe, and you can rest. We have a bed here if you want to crash here.
Yeah, do you want to like snuggle and watch Killing Eve on a laptop?
She says,
It just sounds really
says,
soothing right now.
I've heard about
I want to
that
be very
Killing
clear
Eve.
about something. Sandra Oh is the most underappreciated actress.
She's fucking amazing.
Why is no one always? We're gonna watch Killing Eve.
Okay.
I'm gonna run down to the bodega. I'm gonna grab a pint, and then kind of. What's your favorite flavor? Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, I thought you were talking alcohol.
Ricky loves Killing Eve. Weren't you just talking
I love
about that?
it. I haven't seen it, but I love it. And
I look at you
I
like,
gotta
you
say,
fucker.
I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but when Sandra Oh was very young, she did take a workship with me, and she already was incredible.
That is so interesting. Tell
Yeah.
me everything.
You see that? Esther looks over. Don Confetti says, "It seems that my business here is concluded." Esther turns and says, "All right. If you get Lowell Masters' address pops up on your phone right away. You have like a little like nurse app on there that you can pull up. That Amico sends the records to you. You see that Esther turns and said to you, Kugrash, and goes, "But wait a minute. Does Moses have everything he needs? Because
wait a second.
because the door can't be opened. It's locked without a lock on it. So even with the key, there is no lock to
What
the
Well,
about
but
the
isn't he
That's the
trying
time
to
stone.
create
the
a
bits
law?
and bobbins?
You see that Esther goes, no, Nod has forbidden a lock to be created.
But what about?
But
go
if
for
the
it.
lock was created on Earth and not in Nod,
No-
Nod wouldn't have jurisdiction over it.
You see that
Would they?
she says, Nod, to my understanding, they have also barred the entry of a lock into
But Sinatra's law.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sinatra's law. If
That
you can
thing
make
you
it here,
explained to
you
me.
can make it anywhere.
You see that Esther looks over you and says, Sinatra's law?
Yes.
You see that she says, right, an object, right, she goes and gets the big tome down, and she goes,
help her.
she goes, an object that can be, that is barred or abjured from being conjured, created in a given locality, can be conjured, created in a given locality if it is first conjured, created within the 5 boroughs of New York. Sinatra's law, the imperial axiom. If you can make it here,
You can make it anywhere.
oh no.
So they're gonna make it and then bring it to the door.
Or they'll make it here and then they'll be able to make it in Nod.
Yeah.
You see that
You're so smart.
We all figured it out, Pete.
God.
Oh, just so I have a clear visual of this. How tall are you and how tall are you?
I'm 5'9", pushing 5'10" actually.
I'm like 5'1" and a bit.
Oh, I thought pixies were like 2 feet tall.
No,
Oh, that'd be
Misty
hilarious.
was like 4'10", and Rowan's like 5'1" and a half.
Okay, go.
Pixies
also,
are small. Fairies are a little bigger.
so you see that Esther says, that's so bad. The imperial axiom, of course. All right, coffee tomorrow.
I'm
Kingston.
gonna go now.
All right. It's late at night, so rolling up at Lowell's might be a little tricky at this time of night, but
No, I'm going.
you guys head off. Cool.
Is there a way to find out what was in the big book of bits and bobbins that they need to create this stone? Because maybe that's a process that they're in the middle
Materials-wise?
of right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe there's something.
You see that Esther says, do you want to hit the books with me here in the chantry? I mean,
Sure, yeah.
Oh, I'll hit the books. That sounds good.
Yeah. We could just put on Eve in the background, you know? I mean, I'm not gonna watch, I'm gonna be
It'll
working.
be a rewatch for me, so.
Cool.
Esther's going to give the help action to you. Go ahead and make an Arcana check with advantage.
Cool. 2 nat ones. What the fuck?
That's
insane.
That is a 1
That's really
in
bad.
400 odds to roll 2 nat ones on a roll with advantage.
You're just so hot now. What?
Make a wild magic check for me.
13.
Oh,
Okay.
if only we could have kept it going.
Incredible.
Maybe I can step in with my Arcana to help.
No, with 2 nat ones, nobody can step in with any Arcana.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Esther immediately regrets her decision. Pete trying to do this like Sorcerer Supreme, like research shit.
You burned the
The
library.
whole point of sorcerers is they don't read books.
Incredible. You guys have, eventually, you're also just like exhausted. Pete, you pass out. Esther snuggles up with you, and you guys end up
Hey, girl.
watching this.
I'm just so confused.
You see that, yeah. What do Rowan, Kugrash, and Ricky do?
I'm knackered. I'm going home.
Kingston, are you going? You're going tonight?
I'm going tonight.
You don't want to go tomorrow?
I don't want to wait. I mean, wait, this seems important. I mean, with all of this that's going on.
I'll
this-
go.
I mean,
I'll go with you then.
all right.
Cool.
I guess I'll go too.
All right.
I feel weird here.
Oh, you can watch Killing Eve.
It's okay. I don't. I'm gonna go with the boys.
All right, little boys in retro,
Yeah.
right?
Are you sure?
It's fine.
I wake up and go, what the fuck?
You're a couple episodes in.
Step in.
I think.
I can walk you through what's happened already. We've got a snuggle going.
All right, I'll stay.
Fine, I'll go and do the chore. I'll go with you. But I have to
Old
say,
people crew, what's up?
Great. So the old people crew, Ricky, are you staying? Or are you
I'm
heading
gonna
out?
stay.
He's snuggling. Yay.
Cool. Where are you? On the bed that has Sophia and Esther there. How do you go ahead and make a flat charisma check?
To find out which corner of the bed you sit on.
That would be 17. Wait, saving throw or just check?
Just a check.
Okay, then 13.
Cool. You
Then corner.
lie down, fully hanging off the side of the bed, so you're not making body contact at all.
I'm have one foot on the ground.
You also can't really see the laptop.
Just not complaining about it at all, just tolerating it.
It's so uncomfortable, but you're like, I am here.
At least I'm.
Am I
So-
asleep on a couch somewhere with my cowboy hat on?
Yeah, you're snoozing over there.
What's that character's deal?
You say that with every new character.
What are they doing? Oh, that's what they were doing.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Cool. You guys head all the way uptown. Lowell lives Washington Heights. Train immediately pulls into the station. You go through the turnstile.
Oh, wait. There's a great tamale lady right here that we just have to get a couple for the road.
No, thank you.
I
I'm
never
good.
come to this neighborhood. Come on, Kingston, please.
You are more than welcome to go, Miss Berry. I have no interest.
I'm so boring now. Fine, we'll go and do the chore.
You guys arrive at a little apartment building. It's a little 6-unit, 3-story apartment building, Washington Heights. As you arrive there, you see a little thing on the buzzer that says Masters on it.
Press it.
Pause. Hello?
Hey, Lowell, it's Kingston Brown from the hospital.
Hey, Kingston, what's the, can I help you? Is everything all right?
Yeah, the city is in danger, Lowell, and I believe you're one of the few people who can help us.
I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
All right, buzz us
Come
in.
upstairs.
You guys are buzzed upstairs. You arrive up at the 6th apartment, all the way at the top, little marble stair, walk up. It's one of those marble staircases where the marble's actually sort of buckled a little bit. It's been walked on so many times. You get to this door, you knock on it, it opens. The rich smell of spices and incenses and an unmistakable plastic smell of lube wafts out of the apartment. It looks like a wizard's incubation chamber. Every square inch of the apartment is dangling gems and a Balinese demon mask and a tall standing suit of armor and a little pile of gold. It's like the inside of a dragon's hoard if it was all glued to the inside of a little 2-bedroom apartment. Lowell opens it. You see he's wearing a little kind of blue button-up short sleeve shirt and some khakis. He looks sort of a little bit wet, like he just showered.
He goes, I've been waiting for this day a long time.
Well, I'm glad. These are my friends Kugrash and
Rowan.
Rowan
I
Berry.
love your place. So eclectic.
He looks at you and says, my God, I'm sorry, it's a little bit messy right now. Did I see you in an episode of Law and Order, or am I?
I get that all the time, but no.
You're great. Are you? This is a crazy thing to say. Are you represented? Because my cousin is
Oh,
Happening already?
Lowell, this is not the
I'm
same
sorry,
thing
I'm
we're
crazy.
talking
this is not
about.
why we're here.
You just got such a look. Do you do modeling?
No, I've been thinking about it, actually.
You should get headshots.
I mean, I maybe am too short, but maybe that's a thing.
No, I think.
All right. Lowell, how you been? You good?
I'm good. Actually, the past month has been the best month of my life, and I owe that to you, Kingston.
Oh, stop. You don't owe me nothing.
Come on in. Take a look around. You guys see this place is just filled with these incredible artifacts. You see that there's a jade statue of this ancient emperor king. There's all this crazy stuff. There's a box of Spanish doubloons with a gilded dagger on the top of it. All this wild shit is here.
Can I turn around real quick to these two? Don't touch nothing. It's probably been in his ass. And then turn right back.
So, what can I do for you?
Have I removed an eagle or a bird from his
You
asshole?
have
Okay,
removed the
great.
bird from his ass.
Hey, Lowell, on one of your appointments, I believe there was like a bird that needed to be taken care of. Do you still have that bird?
You see, he goes, bird. Oh, the bronze eagle I found.
Yes, I believe so.
You see, he goes, do you guys want anything to drink or anything while we're here?
Earl Grey tea.
You see, he goes make some tea, comes over and goes, bronze eagle. Take a seat.
What's in your butt?
I'm good.
No.
You see, he says, I found a very old granite pentacle, moss covered. It's the circle is not part of it, so it's just a 5-pointed star.
Oh, so the texture of granite and moss, and it's a pointed star.
I've developed quite a thick interior hide.
So you showered before all this.
You think I'm gonna put an incredibly potent religious relic in my asshole without being cleaned up first?
Should have showered.
You're right, that is a
shower at the
respectful-
beginning.
you're
Shower at the end.
respectful.
Hey, I stand corrected.
Anyway, it's good to hear.
You see, he looks and takes out a little notebook and seems to like write some notes in it, puts it down and says,
I know about the eagle, the Sardinian eagle.
Yeah.
When you gave me that talk, I actually discovered that I'm more magical than I originally thought. I have the power to basically identify these magical objects.
So do you?
Could you stick this crown up your ass? I take my rat crown out.
Also,
spiky fucking. He takes it and says,
Yeah, I'll need about a day and a half.
Also, wait, real quick. What is that? This man. What is this man?
He's a rat. He's a rat man.
Oh, you see this rat man?
After you gave me that talk, because I was finding these weird artifacts and I was seeing things out of the corner of my eye and stuff like that, but yeah.
So you have the ability to cast the identify spell with your rectum?
It's about the size and shape of it, yeah.
I actually don't want to think about size or shape when we're
The
talking
important
about.
thing is this. I already sold the Sardinian eagle.
No.
To who?
I sold it to a collector. You see, he... Hold on 1 second.
I think I know who he sold it to.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Lowell. You're killing me.
you see, he goes,
Share.
He says, I sold it to an elemental named Buddy.
The shit guy.
No, you didn't. Okay, Lowell.
Which guy?
Buddy.
make a history check for me.
Great. Nat 20.
Wow.
You have a text on your phone from Willie about the card game tomorrow night. He sent you a list of who all's gonna be there. Buddy is gonna be at that card game.
All right, fantastic. Well, I know where to find Buddy. But Lowell, it's good to see you doing well, man. And a really nice place. It was good to drop by. Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. My life is turned around, and you're a decent man. Enjoy the tea. Take a look at any of the wonders. Oh, let me show you this. You see that he takes this, he reaches up onto a shelf and takes a full kind of like Russian Tsar's mink coat and says, this is actually something very interesting, maybe for you, Kugrash. If you want to go ahead and you see he hands it out for you to handle.
Yeah.
That took a long time. That was a while.
Sleeve by sleeve.
To get a.
But you probably don't get that cold because you sleep in the sewers. So it's not that magical. I just thought you might want a warm coat.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, appreciate it. Just put on this ass jacket. What do you think, Kingston?
I mean,
Hey guys, I like kind of.
Don't-
I think it's
get
cool.
off me.
It
Get
smells
off me.
better now, honestly.
He says, Glow says, can we not be children? Everything gets washed.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course it
I
does.
smell like lube now instead of trash.
All right. All right, in that way, it is an upgrade.
Wonderful. So you know where Buddy's gonna be.
I think I will. I think I'm actually gonna need that crown, so I'll keep it for now. But we'll we'll link up at some point.
Hey, got your back, Kugrash.
Hey, appreciate
All right,
it.
you guys, thanks for coming by. Have a great one. Oh, no, we're good, we're good. You see that you guys head out. The next day, you guys wake up in your various places. Some belated gifts with a little note on them that says, sorry, I couldn't get it in time for Christmas, arrived to some of you guys. Kugrash, your apartment with Wally, you find a lovely little watch, a fucking dope Rolex.
Whoa.
Which you haven't had since your businessman days. Appears in a little Christmas gift for you.
Oh, yeah.
Taste. Oh, that's sick.
Kingston, we already know what your gifts were. Rowan, you actually probably have to crash somewhere else that night because Rowan doesn't have the keys or anything, but you swing by your lawyer's office the next day, deal with all of your inheritance, and you arrive at a freshly clean and wonderful penthouse, and a little Christmas gift is waiting for you. You see,
You know, Long Island City is the new place to be living.
it has a Tiffany's wrapping on it, and you feel it has a similar arcane energy to Titania's shoes on it. This beautiful silver necklace.
Is it still... Do I still get Irresistible Dance?
You do not get Irresistible Dance with it.
Be gone, Irresistible Dance. I resist you.
Ricky, you wake up at your home and see with a giant bow on top, an ox in the passenger seat, a fire engine red Maserati.
Oh, hell yeah!
Jesus Christ.
Why was I even trying to help you get laid? You got it under control.
Oh my God, because Esther is definitely going to be impressed by a
The
car.
suicide
Yeah,
doors
maybe that's-
open
Yeah,
up.
suicide. You see ox goes, "Woo, woo. Wow, what a cool car.
This is dope as hell.
And Sophia, you wake up in the chantry, and next to you, all packaged up, are a pair of red Louboutins.
Oh my God, are they real? I bite it.
You find
Buying like an old fucking prospector. Cool. So the next day is happening. You know where you're gonna see Buddy. So that day, let's just go around real quick and see what y'all do that day. Sophia, you wake up in the chantry. These awesome red Louboutins. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do?
Well, I was thinking maybe I would just do some Krav Maga.
Cool.
Just keep fresh.
Yeah, there's plenty of room. There's like some dojo kind of spaces within the chantry for the wizards to practice. You practice for a while. Your Louboutins allow you to spring huge distances, incredible distances. After a little while, you see that Esther walks in.
You want to spar?
You see, she says, "Sure, I'll spar a little bit. Go ahead and give me just an athletics check." You got to beat a 20.
I did. 23.
Yeah, you see that Esther is pretty cool as a martial wizard caster. She takes out her bat, blocks some stuff with the bat, and does a lot of stuff to like throw up like obstacles and wards. She's very good at putting these like tensors, floating disc
This
shields
is like
around.
the perfect sparring partner for me.
It's awesome. Esther's like, I can't believe that it's taken us this long to hang out. I mean, it's been a crazy month, but
I know. Well, honestly, I was kind of going through something, and then I came towards some sort of closure. And it just feels, when you were nice to me in that fight, it just felt really nice to feel like someone wanted to be my friend. And that meant a lot.
you see that she smiles and says, "This is a hard city, and I don't think you can get through it without having some pals. You wanna go get that coffee?"
Yeah.
Cool. You guys head out to go get that coffee. Kugrash, we're actually gonna cut over to you real quick. What do? You wake in Wally's that next day. Dad is there.
Dad, the dog. The game is tonight, right? The
Yes.
poker game? Okay. I want to have a little talk with Wally around the breakfast table. What do we have for breakfast? Cheese?
String cheese and hot dogs.
String cheese. Another breakfast of string cheese and hot dogs.
Gross.
Hey, Wally. So before you and I started hanging out, who were you hanging out with around here?
My friends at work.
Your friends at work? Cool. Generally, kind of happy guy? How are you holding up, Wally? Do you ever get lonely out here, or?
Yeah, I guess sometimes.
Yeah?
You know, it's hard.
Uh-huh.
It's hard to meet people sometimes too. You know, like I work for the MTA, and you know, I try to make one of those OK Cupids.
Yeah.
But it's hard because, you know, it's hard to meet people sometimes. And I got like a busy schedule and stuff. And I asked David for help with it, but me and David don't get along sometimes.
Why don't you and David get along?
You see that he looks at his phone and he says, he's actually on the way over today. He like yells at me a lot. He worries about me because I live by myself. And he, you know, he's worried because he thinks I shouldn't have 2 dogs because he thinks I'm not going to be able to take care of them both.
But you have a job. You can do it. You can.
No, I know. I think he just thinks I'm a little dumb.
Oh, you're not dumb, Wally.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're a good guy. Do you want to? This OK Cupid stuff's confusing. I've heard a little bit about it. I haven't really used a computer since the '80s, but maybe you and I can figure it out together.
Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's figure it out. I don't know what the
pops it-
fuck's going on either.
He pops like that. Give me a flat charisma check to try and help him make an OK Cupid profile.
I'd like to really focus on non-flashy stuff. He has a job. He's a good guy. 11?
Cool. So he says, okay, job, work for the MTA. Interests,
You like movies?
Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3.
We don't have to get that into it. Why don't you say you like action movies?
Action movies.
Movies in general?
Movies in general.
You like the... maybe we delete movies in general. Get rid of movies in general. We like The Lion King.
The Lion King.
Yeah.
Hobbies. Mufasa.
No.
Simba.
Wally, those aren't hobbies. Those are characters in
Hobby,
the
no,
movie.
because they're like a hobby.
Yeah.
Hobby.
Discussing film.
Disgusting. I don't like a gross movie.
We don't
I like it when it's
Wally,
nice.
Wally, let me type. Right, discussing film.
I'll put down falling in love with a lady.
Falling in love with a lady. Looking for something serious. Let's put that in the appropriate section.
What, like serious, like not funny? I like jokes.
I know you like jokes.
Put joke books.
Yeah, you know how like David has a serious relationship?
Yeah, he's not fun at all.
He's not fun at all. I start laughing hysterically. David's a fucking ball buster. I mean, he should be. I ruined his life. But
You hear a bang, bang, bang on the door as you say that.
oh God.
You see Wally gets up and opens the door. David comes in. David has an immediate kind of haggard look. He goes like, hey, Wally, how's it going? Got you some bagels and some food, and I got you some just cleaning stuff and paper towels. And Wally says, oh, yeah, I forgot to get that stuff. Are you wild-shaped right now or no?
Oh God, he's probably gonna like fucking think I'm a giant rat and try to kill me if I don't try to do something. Yes, I'll wild shape into a dog.
Roll initiative for me.
13?
David spots you before you can change.
Okay.
He goes, oh, Jesus Christ, Wally, what the fuck? You got a fucking rat in the middle of your fucking house.
He doesn't have a rat. I cast Dispel Magic on myself to try to break the
Umbral Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3rd level or lower. You appear to David. He goes,
Hey, David, it's okay. Okay, this is a lot to unpack here, but I'm sort of a shaman type deal. I can do magic. You don't know who let me just, magic is real. I do like a couple cantrips. Just right off the bat, I'm not a rat. I am your father. I didn't run away. I was cursed by a witch who turned me into a rat. You know I'm a rat. You're a ball buster. You can kind of believe that, right? Magic is real. I swear with my face.
you see, Wally goes, well, so I don't have 2 dogs. one of my dogs was Dad, who's a rat, and he's not Jesus. You see that he, David, like, goes catatonic. He, like, passes out. As he comes to, he's kind of like in a fugue state.
I would like to, you know what? I have the bagel of all things that kind of lets me do like divination.
Yeah.
I want to try to help give him like some kind of connection to this other world.
Yeah.
I want to just pop off a couple poppy seeds in his mouth while he's like knocked out.
He takes it, his pupils dilate so much that they disappear and he only has irises. So he's like hazel eyes, have no pupil. He's just gazing straight ahead. Whole universes are like appearing to him. Wally goes like, that's a good bagel.
Yeah.
After a few minutes, you can start kind of like, pick up explaining, and he needs you like repeat things over and over again.
Right. I think I also bring up, I know some real people saw the bugs thing. So if there's like any conspiracy websites or something, I'm like, here's the, here's proof that it exists, blah, blah, blah.
After a while, he's like got a blanket around him. He goes, okay, so you're a, okay. So you lied. You lied, because you did run away.
I did, yes. I didn't. I know you think I ran away to like a tropical island and that my life ruled or something, but I'm a rat. And my life sucked until very recently when I moved in with Wally here.
See, Wally goes, yeah, it's better now. He's with me. You see, David goes, shut the fuck up, Wally. So what is it you've been doing for the past 20 years, 30 years?
Well, for the first few years, I pretty much just hid out in the subway tunnels, feeling sorry for myself and blaming the person who cursed me. But after a while, it gave me some perspective, and in the end, I wish I had been the type of person who was naturally empathetic, but I had to have something bad happen to me before I could learn to help other people.
And you still helping other people?
I'm trying to, yeah. And
Here's a question for you, Murph. Has Kugrash been attending to his duties with the homeless since he's been with Wally?
probably less so.
Probably less so. Cool. I think that probably, you have a very high wisdom. I think it probably occurs to Kugrash.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
Right.
You see that David looks and goes, all right, okay. Magic's real. Everything I know is wrong.
Well, not... David, do you know Robert Moses?
Yeah. Power broker? Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually going after him at the moment because part of the bad side of all this magic is being controlled by him.
So you're asking me for a favor?
I would like to help you if I can. Honestly, David, the reason I came to Wally first is because I think Wally needs me. Wally likes having me around. But if you want me around, I'd like to have a relationship with you. But I don't want to be selfish about it. Don't do it for me. But I'd like to. I don't want a favor from you. I want to work with you.
He looks at you and says, if Wally needs you, he can have you.
Well, you don't have to forgive me, but I'm sorry for.
I don't have to forgive you?
You,
I don't have to forgive you. Oh, that's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. There was a time in my life when I needed you. That time's gone. and for you to waltz back into my life now as a rat wearing a cape. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't think that you'd be talking to me or Wally if it didn't help you. Have a nice rest of your life, you fucking rat. And you see David walks out of the apartment. Wally's just crying. He looks over and says, David's a J-E-R-K sometimes. I'm sorry, Dad.
You spelled it correctly. J-E-R-K, you said?
Yeah,
That's good.
he's a real jork.
You got it wrong in a different way than I thought you might. No, he's not. Look, Wally, you're just exceptionally. You're doing me a favor that you don't need to do. And David is within his rights to be mad, and that's okay for him too.
Wally nods. Yeah, I think, Kugrash, you actually feel maybe a little that it has been like Christmas, and there's probably like some homeless and people that like need attending to out in the world. Wally says, "I'm gonna talk to David. It's probably a lot for him. I have a hard time understanding everything right when someone tells me, and probably David's the same way."
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you go, Wally. You go talk to your brother. I'll go. I got some things I gotta do.
Kugrash, you go hit the cold streets, tending to people that need food and care, and going back to your duties as a caretaker of the dispossessed. Sophia, you, Esther, get together at a little coffee shop. It's lovely. You see that M shows up outside and waves. This huge statue angel comes in and goes, "Oh my God, I'm happy to chip in. I gotta pay in quarters and pennies and things that people throw in the fountain."
That's so off-putting. Let me just get this.
Nice. So you see Esther sits down with you and goes, "Yeah. Soph, thank you so much for suggesting this. It feels nice to have someone that's just a friend and someone that's not going to be talking to me about arcana and wizardry and yada, yada, yada. It's nice to have someone just to bond with as a pal.
Yeah.
How are you holding up?" And you see that she just very tenderly reaches out and puts a hand on your arm and is like, "You've been going through a lot of stuff."
Yeah. Oh, I think I'm blushing. Sorry, Ricky. She touched me.
I'm not here.
I'm holding up. You know, I mourned him leaving me. Now I'm mourning his death, and I don't know. I think it's all. I guess maybe at least now it feels like more closure, and I burned my house down.
You are fucking wild.
You know, what can I say? And honestly, it kind of felt good to get rid of that and just close the door. And I don't even know what my fucking future is, but it's whatever right now.
Esther's eyes go wide and she says, "Yeah, the future is whatever." Make an
Why? What's going on? Oh.
Yeah, make a little insight check.
15.
Yeah, you see her eyes kind of go wide as she looks out, and she says, "Yeah. What do you think about Ricky?"
Oh, I think he's just the greatest guy ever. Any girl will be so lucky to have him.
Em goes, "Oh my God. You're like looking out like you're performing for a packed theater."
No, I'm not. I'm doing a good job.
You see that Esther laughs and goes, I took Ricky to see my mom and grandma at the holiday.
Family in the holidays.
Em says, "You're not even dating. That feels fast to meet family at Christmas." You see, she says, "No, not like that. I am... My family's been cursed for most of the history of New York. I am meant to become the third of the Furies of Tompkins Square Park. Not me. I found Alejandro because I wanted to study magic to find a way to break this curse. And the truth is that I don't need to study magic. I am magic, but the part of me that is innately magic I've never tapped into, because once I do, I can't go back.
Oh my God. But if we could remove this curse, then you would have access to a whole wealth of no longer cursed energy.
Yeah.
Who cursed your family?
Powerful spirits a long time ago. It's back early 1800s. It goes in order. My mother is the current Fury of Rage. My grandmother is the Fury of Despair. And my mother, Kugrash, you're walking down the street and going from garbage to garbage and finding people. You come outside of this coffee shop and overhear this conversation happening. See, she says, we change into the Furies if we ever experience our emotion powerfully enough. My mom wanted a better life for us, and she tried to leave the Unsleeping City. She swore off magic. She entered the waking world. She became a businesswoman, and she started a financial company, basically a hedge fund, with this rat bastard piece of shit who sold her out and destroyed their company to profit himself, and it ruined her, and she fell to her curse. She reached in for that magic, and I lost her. You see, she looks like she's about to cry, and then quickly a little cantrip ticks on herself, and she gets it back.
I reciprocate the tender touch.
She's like, oof, I need to be more careful talking about this because of my curse.
Would you say that's why romantically you have to hold yourself back?
You see, she says, my curse is sorrow. And sadness, psychologically speaking, is the experience of loss. And so I've studied magic to find a way to break the curse, and I've lived my life under the presupposition that you can never feel sadness if you never have anything to lose.
I am honestly not the girl to be talking about this right now, because I am currently trying to follow your path a bit, if I'm being honest. But we're gonna find a way to get rid of that curse.
You see, she smiles and says,
You got Sophie. You got Sophie Bikes, AKA Sophia Lee. No longer Sophie Bikes. I have disowned my family. Sophie Lee on the case.
You see that she smiles and says, well, shit, that's been my holdup this whole time. Now it's all engines go. She smiles. She says, cool. Well, if we keep talking about this sad shit, I'm going to turn into a literal monster.
No.
So let's not.
Yeah.
You and Em and Esther have a lovely time, and Kugrash, you hear all that out in the street.
I just go to sleep in the trash.
Cool. Kingston, it's the card. It's card night over at Willie's.
Oh, finally.
Who all? Obviously, you guys have been hanging out for weeks and days and stuff. Who all would show up to the card game?
I would definitely.
I mean,
I would definitely be a gambling.
I definitely would.
Sophie, hell yeah. Sophie, Pete, Kingston, cool.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna come down to rolls, but I feel like Sophie would be really good at cards.
I think Ricky will go just to see what a card game is like.
Ricky will be there.
Rowan's definitely going. Strip poker. We can make strip poker, right?
What? No, what?
So you guys come over. Willie,
No.
being made of brick, actually has a very nice apartment.
Can I actually, I have a spell called Conjure Elemental that I really want to use, but it's a casting time 1 minute. Can I bring a +1 elemental too? Because I can't do it in.
What kind of elemental would you like to bring?
Oh man, I guess.
you know-
Kingston, what do you think would be most appropriate?
like for Willie's place, I mean, I don't know, something earth maybe, something stone, cement. I don't know. That's kind of his vibe.
All right, I find some like dirt and rocks.
Cool. You create a big earth elemental out of like stones and earth from like like one of those tree planter places. You guys head to Willie's and Brooke. Opens up. He's got some like very old phonograph playing. It's got some great kind of jazz, a little like klezmer notes in there. You see, he goes,
Kingston Brown, finally we see you with the game.
I know it's been a while. It's been a while, and I bought all my friends.
you see, he goes,
Oh, come in, we set up 2 tables.
Right.
I bring in 2 6-packs of PBR because when in Williamsburg, that's what you drink.
yeah, exactly. You bring some PBR. You see Willie has like snacks laid out. It's like got a very old world. There's like cigars and ashtrays and the chips on like the felt tables.
Ricky, did you just bring boiled chicken in a Tupperware?
It's a party, right?
Gross, man.
So healthy.
Willie sets up some tables. He says,
You're gonna take all of our money again.
Okay, all right. Well, let's not start from that place, all right? Everybody can win.
you can see that he says,
Come take a seat.
he looks over at the earth elemental that you've brought and goes,
Oh, hello there. Oh, my name is Willie. Pleasure to meet you, Enchanté.
kisses his earth elemental, just kind of like,
Can I give him just a hard, a hard elbow that like I just actually need to put force into?
so you go, boom, brick into his body. You see, he goes,
What? You see what I see?
Okay. Well, I thought you were about the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, well, listen, that's all. That's our back burner.
Okay.
I'm playing the long game.
Oh, the long.
there.
All right, Willie.
you see, he goes,
This young woman, she's something else.
you see that you guys sit around. You see the table, there's a couple other people here. You see Buddy, the shit elemental, is there. He sits next to you, Kugrash.
I'm needing a lawyer. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was tied up.
You see Willie says,
Okay, we start to play. Anyone at any time can feel free. Here's the Faeries. You can just hit Buddy with that if the smell gets too much.
there's other people here. You see that there's a stained glass saint from a church. Looks like he's jumped out of a window. He's just going, I can't get any more into the house. I've lost so much fucking money here. And you see that also they're at a nearby table. Willie says,
You remember green and red, right?
and you see that there is a little green stick figure made of light and a red hand, both sitting in a chair. And you see they both go, hi, hey, how's it going, Kingston? Good to see you.
Good to see you, Green. Good to see you, Red.
You see that Green looks up and says, by the way, we're not doing tournament style tonight because I actually have to head out a little bit early. You see that the hand says, you're leaving early? What the fuck? I thought we were staying. Can you not stay for longer? And you see that Green goes, I got a jet. I'm sorry, I gotta be somewhere. You see that...
Brennan?
You see that you gotta forgive me.
I love it. I love it.
Cool. So you guys start to play some hands of poker. Go ahead, everyone, and just make a. I'm gonna say this is just a flat intelligence check.
Oh no. Oh dear.
I got a 4.
A 4. Cool.
I got a nat 1.
3.
6.
6.
Fucking
Christ.
6.
Wow, we're getting taken.
You guys are getting taken.
Is this worth using a luck point?
Can I
Let's wait till the stakes
do
drop,
some real
maybe.
fun card tricks though, while we're playing and I'm having all of my money stolen?
Yes, you do some very fun. You're great at dealing. Willie is cleaning up. You see, Willie has this big cigar, and you see it has to work really hard. He vents the cigar smoke out of swiveling bricks in the side of his chest. He goes,
Listen, poker is not only a game of chance, it is a game of skill. You're playing the player, not the cards.
True.
Buddy is looking hurt. He coughs a bunch of shit-covered coins up onto the table. You see that Willie kind of polishes and cleans them off to put them into the center pot. Another hand comes around. Are any of you going to use any magic or abilities on this card game?
I mean, I will absolutely do deception-based performance checks since we're playing poker.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a bluff check. Go ahead and give me a deception roll in the next one.
Can I cast enhance abilities on myself to give myself advantage on intelligence checks?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm going to. I know Kugrash doesn't have the best luck, and Ricky's a lot luckier, so I'm like, I'm out. I'm gonna go sit with the kid. And I put my hand on Ricky's shoulder, and I cast Guidance, a cantrip.
I'm just gonna also cast Minor Illusion to make my breasts slightly bigger.
So you can roll a D4 and add it to
Stupid.
an ability check.
Green looks over at you as you do that and kind of quickly looks away, and you see that Red turns over and goes, wow, really? Okay.
Things are really bad between them, but I don't have the heart to say anything. It's like really bad, and like we can all see it, but it's like no, but we're like friends with both of them, so it's like I don't know which one I talk to.
I'm just gonna play this straight up because I have a ton of money from selling a lot of my cocaine to children today. It was a rough day.
Cool.
Can I cast Unseen Servant and have them go around and write down what other people have?
Yes, you can. Go ahead and give me your guys' rolls.
Just one more roll.
One more roll.
4.
Oh my god.
7.
On advantage, I rolled a 1 and a 3.
21.
I rolled a 12.
Jesus
Maybe I'll just
Christ.
use a luck point on this.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, don't you get something with guidance? What did that?
Yeah,
do?
he got a D4. He added it.
D4.
Yeah.
Cool. Go ahead and roll.
Ooh, that's a 20, not nat.
I mean, not that. Cool. Ricky, you go out and clear a bunch of people out of the round early on before the
I
flop.
have huge, like, sunglasses on.
Where'd you get those, dude?
Kingston, it ends up just you and Buddy before the river. Buddy's still in, you're still in. You see Buddy, you have a bigger stack than Buddy right now. Buddy goes all in.
Oh, now, buddy, that won't do. You know, you're gonna have to match all of this. I push mine in.
He goes, oh, it's gonna be like that, is it?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you're the one who called.
You see, he goes, looks around, see sweats, some little weird poop oil.
Hey, buddy, I know that you're a collector, aren't you?
Yeah, I collect them.
Okay. Why don't you put one of those on the table?
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Great. Persuasion. There it is. And I have advantage on these. Thank God. That's gonna be 6 plus 13.
13. You see, he goes, and a bronze eagle thunks into the table.
Now that feels right, doesn't it? Doesn't that feel right?
Do you even want that, man? It looks like shit.
You see, he says,
Come on. Come on.
This thing is a piece of shit. You're a collector, right?
Willie,
I am a piece of shit.
Can I do an insight check on Buddy to see if he's playing straight?
yeah, make an insight check.
Great.
I also want to send my Unseen Servant to spy on Buddy's hand.
16?
16. 16. You think he's playing straight. He coughs the eagle up. Kingston. What kind of cards do you think Kingston's holding?
Pretty good, but not like a definite. It's like it's like, you know.
So you throw down like a 10 king suited of hearts.
Yeah.
You see that Buddy throws down pocket aces. And there's already an ace on the board. He goes,
Looks like some bad luck.
you see Willie turns over the last card and it comes up Jack of Hearts.
Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. You know, you've been having a rough month, and I hate to do it to you, but that's the game, buddy. That's the game.
You see,
Somebody give me a damn hose so I can clean this eagle off.
You see that Willie laughs and claps. He gives you a cigar and lights it for you.
All right, now, you know I can't be smoking this. Come on.
He goes,
I'll smoke it.
All right.
wonderful.
Cool.
You've got your bronze eagle.
Wanna share it?
Great. You clean out at the poker game. Esther grabs the eagle from you after the poker game and says, great, I'm gonna get to work on this right now. This should be able to find Moses for us. We should be able to get Robert.
Oh, right. Now I get it.
Damn, Pete.
It was ugly as fuck. It was
Okay.
a gaudy eagle statue. I was shocked.
It is the morning. Esther goes to work on getting the eagle functional. It is the morning of December 31st. You
9
I'm making deliveries all day.
all day just fucking hustling. So you guys are all, you're probably with like Jackson and doing stuff. And
Yeah.
Esther also comes in and checks out the monastery as well.
Oh, sweet. Do you want to go get New Year's Eve dresses after?
You see, she nods and says, "That'd be great." I don't necessarily. Yeah, I'm more of a pants person. I don't really
I'm
rock a dress.
honestly these days, yeah, me too. Let's get pantsuits.
You see that, Pete, you're making deliveries. Kugrash, what are you getting up to on New Year's?
What am I doing on New Year's? Seeing Wally. Wally, what are you doing?
Wally's working. He's working on the MTA. He says he can take you around the trains and show you his job.
Yeah. Follow Wally around.
Cute.
Rowan, Alyssa shows up New Year's Day and says, "Hi, are you Miss Barry?"
I am. You must be Alyssa.
I am. I'm just here to drop off some stuff from the late Miss Moore.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Do you think you could go to the DMV for me? Is that how that works?
You see, she looks and says, "Well, I."
As a last favor. I'm sure Misty would have wanted that.
You see that she looks and says, "Sure, I'm unemployed at the moment, so I have time."
Oh, great. Oh no. Oh, wow.
She's such a bad fucking person.
You got a bunch of fucking cartel cocaine in your bag.
You're selling drugs to
I'm
children.
selling drugs to literal children, and still you are a bad person, and I should not like you.
Incredible. Yeah, she agrees to go run to the DMV
Great.
for you.
Oh, and before you go, who was it that told you to put the mirror on the stage?
We got it. One of the benefactors of the theater. It was from the Robert Moses Foundation.
Of course it was. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
You see that she...
Alyssa, I can offer you a job, but just so you know, if anything like that ever happens again.
You see, she says, I learned my mistake. It will never happen.
Never again.
Aren't you like younger than Alyssa? I can offer you a job.
Look, money's money.
Ricky, what are you getting up
A
to?
nightmare.
It's 31st. I guess Ricky's at the fire station, just
Doing his thing.
Hey.
You see the questing blade says,
Sire, this new Maserati is extremely dope. What swagger in this vehicle?
What's swagger in the vehicle?
no, I'm saying what swagger, as in remarking upon the swagger.
It is full of swagger. I feel honestly terrible for driving it.
Kingston, that morning, Claude actually asks if you can take your niece and nephews. They have a project over the holiday. He's working, but they need to do a report on the Met, and so they need to go to the Met and like be shown around, basically.
Yeah, let's do it.
Fun.
You go to the Met. They're walking around. Your nieces and nephews are having a ball. You see that your niece looks up, Eliza, and she goes, "Uncle Kingston, we had such a fun time at Christmas. Pete, how long is Pete gonna be staying with you?"
Well, Pete's in between, I guess, places in his life right now, which is something that adults do. And so until he figures himself out, he'll probably be crashing with me.
Nods. You see that Jamil and Cooper both go, "Oh, look at this!" And they run off towards the Temple of Dender.
Okay, no running, especially toward that thing. And I follow.
You see there's like a bunch of kids and families in here. You're kind of looking around. This is where you had your climactic battle all those years ago, where the mummy of the Met said those words so long ago. You hear a voice next to you go,
I love places like this where you see a little bit of old history.
And you see Robert standing beside you as your niece and nephews run around. He goes,
Good-looking kids. Not yours, of course. But you know what I mean.
What do you want, Mr. Moses?
Well, I thought I'd take in the museum here on this special occasion. Rock's popular. It's a rough gig.
I said, what do you want, Mr. Moses?
you see, he says,
Well, I thought I'd come talk to you because you're the reasonable one of your companions.
Fine, then speak on it.
Things are gonna change in this place. This city's gonna change. I know that you are gonna go down with the ship. I know that about you. You love these people, the populi of which you are the Vox, but there's a version of New York without them. 150 years ago, none of these people were here, and this city was still New York. And 150 years from now, they'll be gone, and it'll still be the bricks, the buildings, and the roads. I know that you value people over things, and that's not a delusion that I'm here to cure you of. However, if they don't leave, I'm gonna kill the kid. I'm gonna kill Sophia. I'm gonna kill Ricky. I'm gonna kill young Miss Barry and your little rat friend, too.
When you said leave, what do you mean?
I mean, leave New York. I am not presuming to ask you to abandon your position, but none of those people need to suffer the fate that awaits them if they try to get in my way.
Well, I hate to say it, Mr. Moses, but they're all free-thinking adults who can make their own choices. As is every person in this city. Well, not every person, but every adult.
you see, he says,
You think people make choices?
I do.
No. People think they make choices. They think they're gonna steer right or steer left. But they didn't build the roads. The big choices already got made for them a long time ago.
Well, Mr. Moses, how about this? How about you have a choice right now where you can leave this city. You can walk away, and I will not come for you. You can choose to stay here. You can choose to continue on this course of action, and me and my friends can choose to stop you. Clean and simple. And that's much easier than me trying to get the 5 of them to go one way or the other.
he nods.
It's your message to give as you wish. You have a pleasant day.
Take care.
Give my regards to Liz.
Can I slap him?
Yes. Yeah. Make an attack roll.
Great. I don't have it. It's just plus strength.
Strength and proficiency, yeah.
That's gonna be a 19.
You front hand, pow, and leave a singed hand mark of ash on the side of his face. So he goes,
Check your phone, Mr. Brown.
and he walks away. You have your phone blips. It's a text from Emiko saying, need you at the hospital.
Hey, kids. Well, we need to. Well, I'm sorry. I know you're having fun here at the museum, but we have to go.
You head out. Normally, you would, I imagine, like escort them all the way back home, but Eliza's old enough that she can take Jamil and Cooper back to the place. She knows, and she looks up at you, and you see a little flash of something that was in your eyes as a child as she goes, Uncle Kingston, I can do it. I'll take care of it.
Thank you so much, Liza.
She takes off. You rush to St. Owens. You arrive at the intensive care unit. You see Liz in traction on life support. Black and blue, unconscious, breathing extremely shallow. And you can see bits of umbral arcana off some of the wounds that are clearly like claw and fang marks.
Emiko, who brought her in? What's going on?
911 picked her up. She was in the neighborhood with family. She got jumped in the street. We didn't get a description of the attacker. She came in like this. Police are investigating right now, but it looks like they've tried to kill her. We're trying to keep her alive as much as we can, but her lungs are filling up with blood.
Can I do a medicine check? Or
yes.
See what is possible? What can I possibly do? That's gonna be 27.
Jesus. Kingston, you immediately go, you see that you can heal the broken stuff, the stuff that's most immediately medically. You like start going to work. You see that other doctors know your history with Liz, and everyone is like, you're not supposed to be sort of doing this, and they're looking. You see that like the head medical guy, like Dr. Sims, comes over and says, Nurse Brown, I'm gonna need you to step away.
Hey, I'm sorry. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen
This
today.
hospital, we have.
I'm sorry. That you need to step back, friend. You really do.
You see that he looks, and your voice like reverberates through the hospital, and he is, though he can't tell it's happening, is just like moved out of the room. You take her to a point where she is not stable, but no longer like in critical condition.
Mm-hmm.
There is some piece of necrotic undeath magic that is worming its way from her injuries slowly towards her heart. With a 27 medicine, probably like a few hours away, like maybe like 8 or 9 hours away.
Would something like Death Ward or Greater Restoration do something for this, or?
Yeah, potentially. You're not sure. It might be something bigger, like a break curse or something like that. Greater Restoration might do it. But you're not sure because this thing is like a tangled little piece of magic, and it appears that someone's like actively concentrating on it from a distance.
Can I text the group and say hey, I feel like somebody is trying to attack me. They have attacked my ex-wife. And then kind of just a little bit about that, of just like there seems to be some kind of spell that somebody's concentrating on somewhere else in the city. I don't know what to do.
Where are you?
I am at St. Owens.
I fly there on my Maserati.
Peel through the
Peeling through
streets.
traffic.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna.
arrive up. Yeah, your sister is there. She says,
Firefighter on duty. Let me see.
Ricky, where'd you get a Maserati?
No time to explain. Where is Kingston?
You rush through to find Kingston.
Please park my Maserati.
What? I'm on call. I'm here at work.
Whatever.
I think I take like a bird scooter as fast as I can from wherever I am.
Yeah.
It's really not going that fast, but I'm like, Kingston! I'm mind linking, and I'm like, I'm coming, man. Do you want any food or soup?
No, there's no
broth?
need. I don't need.
I'm
I
bringing
just-
you broth.
Okay.
I'll run into the room wherever Kingston is.
Yeah, I'm
Hell
gonna
yeah.
gypsy cab over there. Just like having lived in New York for such a long time, I can just spot from 1,000 yards away the fastest, most crazy driver out there. And I'm like,
They're like,
we're
one
going.
eye.
See,
Follow that cab. I
see-
know it's not actually what.
A guy pulls over and goes,
Following.
"Hi, I'm the cab
Hi.
driver of this car.
Yes, you are. We're going to the hospital.
We're gonna take the river." You see, just peels off. You peel out of there. You guys arrive in the room with Kingston. As you get this, a message appears from Esther. You also get messages from like from some of you saying like shit's going down in Astoria. You get a message from like Anna and Amelia, like someone's attacking like the old bodega. You get another message. You see Esther appears in your like small nurse's office, and it's her literally like flying through the streets as like a vid screen of magic gets her face. You see, she says, "They're attacking. They're attacking the library. I just got word from Alejandro. Listen, the eagle got back to me. There's a spell happening tonight at the stock exchange. That's where Moses is gonna be. That's where he is."
Okay, I'm gonna go immediately that way.
Before I leave, I'm going to touch Liz and cast Remove Curse on her.
Awesome. You cast Remove Curse. Go ahead and give me a flat medicine check. This is a powerful curse. Remove Curse is going to have a chance to get rid of it, but I want you to roll just a flat medicine check.
I'm gonna cast guidance on him.
To add a D4.
To add a D4.
Also cast guidance on it?
Yes,
And
you can add 2
I'm
D4.
gonna very flirtily say, "Ricky, we believe in you,"
Hold on.
and give him body
That's
inspiration.
a D8?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
2 D4s, a D8, and a D20.
18 plus 5, 23.
23. You cast Remove Curse, and you feel like the questing blade shines bright, and you hear a voice in your ear, and you see a flash of Yankee Stadium for a second, and have this sudden urge to go to Yankee Stadium. But it goes away for a second. You just hear a voice saying like, "Champion, holder of the questing blade." And you see that Liz's heartbeat settles a little bit.
Go to Yankee Stadium?
So,
It was a momentary blip of something that doesn't necessarily feel like urgent, but you just got a vision of Yankee Stadium for some reason.
I can't explain it, but I just saw Yankee Stadium.
Do you guys think there's any chance that that wasn't really Esther, or we were getting?
Like they were sending
Can we
us to
text
this-
I'll text
You know what?
Esther
I'm gonna-
a selfie of. Never mind. I don't do a selfie.
I'm gonna use the bagel of all things and ask
where
New
the
York.
person cursing.
Where the person. Although I want to know if we're being set up. I think the stock exchange is the place we want to go anyway. But I'd like to ask if that was really Esther.
The bagel confirms that it was Esther.
Okay.
Can I, is there any way to use locate creature to see who it was that cast this spell? Because if this happened locally, this person's still pretty close, probably.
Potentially, yeah, you can cast Locate Creature.
Okay.
You get a faint sense of them leaving the area of your spell very briefly, but
I'll cast Divine Sense as well.
undeath is the nature of the curse.
Yeah. Do I-
But you, the thing you detect is a vampiric magic and something
And
fleeing.
they're going south.
They're heading south, yeah.
Well, the vampires are at it.
Let's go to the stock
Let's
exchange.
go.
Can we just?
I don't know what else to do.
Trying to think of what would happen at Yankee Stadium.
I know.
Wait, can we check her for bites?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
claws
it's
and
claws and
Claws and
Yeah.
bites.
But
That's
there's
the-
so there were bites.
Yeah, that's the other thing you see is like, the reason this is so complex is it's like a trace of like vampirism within.
Yikes.
What could happen at Yankee
So
Stadium?
should we split up a little bit,
I
or?
think that's.
I think Yankee Stadium might be for another day, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, I've always just been a Mets girl myself, so.
Maybe we
Yankees
just
are trash.
Could call the front desk of the
Of
Yankee Stadium. see
Excuse
if
me,
there's
is this
anything-
Yankee Stadium?
Okay, I'm on the phone.
That blip that disappears from you after the moment you felt it. It didn't feel like it doesn't feel like a pressing, urgent
Okay.
thing within you. It feels instead like something that just occurred for a moment and then went away.
Maybe
So
eventually
like-
we should go to a ball game. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it's the curse of the Bambino, but that's not here. That's
What do you
in-
guys do?
What's the level
It's-
on Liz? Because I'm not 100% comfortable leaving right. Like,
That last thing where you all joined forces feels like she is partially stable
for now.
for now. That you at least have until maybe like 12 hours. Like it won't be. She'll be good for a while. She's gonna remain stable for at least another.
You said that you felt him going south?
Yeah, maybe we can text M, have her come have a look at her.
Great.
Watch
Well,
over, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Cool.
I want to get there and I want to get a look at Robert Moses. I want to see
Yeah, let's-
them
wanna,
congregate.
Right when I get to this New York Stock Exchange area, I want to cast Jump on myself.
Cool. You cast jump. Just
Wait, oh wait, is that only a minute?
I want to conjure my elemental again when we get close, because it lasts for an hour.
Let me
So-
double check.
you conjure your
Never
elemental.
mind, I don't cast Jump, but I do create an unseen servant.
Can Misty ride in my Maserati and get the benefits from that?
Can't bump over 20.
Gotcha.
Conjure elemental.
It's a charisma
Do we
thing.
see Robert Moses when we get
I'm
to the
already
stock
the most
exchange?
charismatic.
Hold on one sec, guys. Let me narrate what happens. You guys get there. There's an express Harlem to Wall Street. You arrive. You rush up. You go to the stock exchange. Kugrash, it's been a long time since you've been here. You walk in. It is about now, after all the running around and Liz and everything else, it's about 7, 8 o'clock at night, which around this time of year means it is pitch black. You walk up, the doors open for Kingston, even though they're normally locked at this time. Nobody perceives you. All the guards are looking the wrong way to notice you guys walking in. You get to the floor of the stock exchange. Kiosks everywhere with the screens and the ticker. Up in the balcony with the bell, you see Robert looking down at you.
Welcome. I take it that Kingston's offer was either not given or rejected.
You son of a
You're
bitch.
going to
I'll
hell.
kill you.
I point at him too and cast True Strike. Or
Oh, I cast
start it.
True Strike also.
Roll for initiative.
Great.
That's all for this week on the Unsleeping City. Tune in next week as a battle of high finance where the stakes and stocks couldn't be higher.
Money, 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 money,
Money, money, money, money. Later.
Robert Moses is here concocting a ritual on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange.
Gonna burn it down.
Those are vampires piloting kiosk mechs.
Incredible, but I'm so mad.
He reaches out and sucker punches you in the stomach, and you are paralyzed.
Are you enjoying this?
Take it easy, Miss Berry.
You stupid motherfucker! You come from my family. You come from my friends. I will fucking drop you.
If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere.